यदमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमलयं मुहुर्रहो रसिका भुवि भावुकः. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, and you have said it so wonderfully.
Thank you Mataji.
Your name is Aradhya, right, beta? Aradhya?
Yes Mataji.
Aradhya, I will give you one homework. Vrajapriya Mataji, if you don't mind, can you share 1.9.24, I think so. Sadeva Devo Bhagavan. I think. Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful. So, Aradhya, can you recite this with after me, Aradhya?
Yes Mataji.
Because it is Bhisham Panchaka. Okay. Vrajpriya Sakhi Mataji, I'm sorry, I'm
Yes,
taking.
Mataji. No, Mataji, please.
Aradhya, you can say, after me. Sadeva Devo Bhagavan Pratikshata.
Sadeva Devo Bhagavan Pratikshata.
Kalevaram Yavada Idam Hinomyaham.
Kalevaram Yavaditam Hinomyaham.
Prasannaha Saruno Lochano Lasan.
Prasannaha Saruna Lochana Lasan.
Mukhambujo
Mukhambujo
Dhyanapatat
Dhyanapathas
Chaturbhujah.
Chaturbhujaha.
Hari Bol. Can you read the translation, beta?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
May my Lord, who is four-handed and whose beautifully decorated lotus face with eyes as red as the rising sun is smiling, kindly await me at that moment when I quit this material body.
Hari Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So, this is the prayer. You mark this shloka and you must recite every day.
Yes, Mataji.
Vishnair Matiristu. Okay?
Yes,
Yeah?
Mataji.
Yeah. Okay. So, you have pleased Krishna because you have read the shloka of his dearest devotee and one of the Mahajanas. Okay? So, you'll get lots and lots of blessings, beta. Krishna bless you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So,
Krishna Mataji.
yes, Prabhu.
Even we can also recite this Mataji regularly.
Yes,
Please.
yes.
Rajasaki Mataji, sorry.
Okay.
Because
Okay. Okay, Mataji, we will do it in practice.
yeah.
Right from today only.
Yeah, you can say, I will just again. Mataji, is it okay?
Yes, sure. Yes, yes.
Okay, everybody, you all can unmute yourself or, even if you're on mute. Sadeva Devo Bhagavan Pratikshata.
Sadeva Devo Bhagavan Pratishatam.
Kalevaram Yavada Idam Hinomyaham.
Kalevaram Yavadidam Hinomyaham.
Prasannaha Saruno Lochano Lasan.
Prasannaha Sarunalochanollasa.
Mukhambujo Dhyan Pathas Chaturbhuja.
Mukambhujo Dhyanapataschaturбhujaha.
Haribol. So, the explanation is that Bhisham Dev is saying, may my Lord be there, be there when I'm leaving this material body. Why? Because I want to see you, four-handed, beautiful decorated lotus face with the eyes. How is the eyes? It's like a red rising sun, smiling, and kindly await me that moment when I quit this body. So this should be our mood Every day we must think, because death is inevitable. So we should think, and Krishna is saying Tathastu. Krishna was present there. Yeah, that is more important.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Mataji.
No, Mataji, please don't say sorry.
All yours. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Let's do short prayers. ओम ज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रसादाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। So Hare Krishna. Just as a recap, what did we do yesterday? Where did you stop? How this pastime has come till where? Anybody
Hare
can
Krishna
say?
Mataji.
Ha.
Narada Muni is explaining his pastime, Mataji.
Yeah,
That
Narad
he was
Muni
the
is
son of
talking about his previous
his
life.
pastime, his previous birth.
Yeah.
He's the son of a maid servant serving
Me.
Bhakti
That.
Vedantas, who was resided during Sadharmasa near that place, and his mother was serving them, and he is taking the remnants of the Bhakti Vedanta.
So you did till 23, right? Text number 23. So
Yes,
today we have to do from text number 24. If anybody would like to recite, please raise your hand. I can't see. Archana Mataji, please recite the
Hare,
shloka.
Hare Krishna, Pranam
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
ते मय्यपेधा किल चापलेर्भगे दान्ते धृता कृतिदानकेऽनुवर्तिनि चक्रो कृपां यद्यपि तुल्यदर्शना शुश्रूषमाणे मुनयोऽल्पभाषिणी.
Thank you, Mataji. Please recite the translation.
Mataji, purport is to be read.
Prabhu?
Mataji, Hare Krishna, purport is to be read, Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Okay,
Let us
Mataji.
go through the translation.
Okay, Mataji. Then Meenakshi Mataji, let read the purport, Mataji. Translation and one para, this Shanmuga Priya Mataji, let read, Mataji.
Oh, okay. So, whom are you telling to read the translation, Prabhu?
Mataji, she has raised hand.
Myself, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Shanmuga.
Please go ahead, Mataji.
Mataji, please increase the font size, Mataji.
I couldn't understand what you're saying, Mataji. Can you please
Your
repeat?
font size, Mataji. I can't hear you.
Are you not able to see the translation?
Mataji, see, it is to be
Font.
Zoom, Mataji, Zoom.
More zoom.
Font size, Prabhuji. Font size.
Or you want to increase the font size?
Yes,
that
Mataji.
okay?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Translation given by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Although they were impartially by nature, those followers of the Vedanta blessed me with their causeless mercy. As far as I was concerned, I was self-controlled and had no attachment for sports, even though I was a boy. In addition, I was not naughty and I did not speak more than required. Shall I continue the purport, Mataji?
Please go ahead, Mataji, one little bit, Mataji. Next, Sudha Mataji will read.
Okay.
Then next, you please continue,
Okay.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Purpose by Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, all the Vedas are searching after me. That Sri Chaitanya says that in the Vedas, the subject matters are only three, namely to establish the relationship of the living entities with the personality of Godhead, perform the relative duties in devotional service, and thus achieves the ultimate goal back to Godhead. As such, Vedanta Vedas or the followers of the Vedanta indicate the pure devotees of the personality of Godhead. Such Vedis or the Bhakti Vedantas are impartial in distributing the transactional knowledge of devotional service. To them, no one is enemy or friend. No one is educated or uneducated. No one is especially favorable and no one is unfavorable. The Bhakti Vedantas see that the people in general are wasting time in false senseless things. Their business is to get the ignorant mass of people to re-establish the lost relationship with the personality of Godhead. Prabhuji, shall I continue or
Sudha
Hare Krishna?
Mataji, please continue the complete purport, Mataji. Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. By such endeavor, even the most forgotten soul is roused up to the sense of spiritual life, and thus being initiated by the Bhakti Vedantas, the people in general gradually progress on the path of transcendental realization. So, the Vedantavadis initially initiated the boy even before he became self-controlled and was detached from childish sporting, etc. But before the initiation, he, the boy, became more and more advanced in discipline, which is very essential for one who wishes to make progress in the line. In the system of Varnashrama Dharma, which is the beginning of actual human life, small boys after 5 years of age are sent to become brahmacharis at the Guru's ashrama, where these things are systematically taught to every boy, be he a king's son or the son of an ordinary citizen. The training was compulsory not only to create good citizens of the state, but also to prepare the boy's future life for spiritual realization. The irresponsible life of sense enjoyment was unknown to the children of the followers of the Varnashrama system. A boy was even injected with spiritual acumen before being placed by the father in the womb of the mother. Both the father and the mother were responsible for the boy's success in being liberated from the material bondage. That is the process of successful family planning. It is to beget children for complete perfection without being self-controlled, without being disciplined, and without being fully obedient. No one can become successful in following the instructions of the spiritual master, and without doing so, no one is able to go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Sudha Mataji. So I'll read the translation once again. So what here Narada Muni is telling is, although they were impartial by nature, those followers of the Vedanta blessed me with their causeless mercy. As far as I was concerned, I was self-controlled and had no attachment for sports, even though I was a boy. In addition, I was not naughty and I did not speak more than required. So here we are just taking the translation, certain words from the translation, and they are here. Prabhupada is talking about Vedanta, the followers of Vedanta. So what are the Vedas actually having? What are the Vedas describing? The four things, right? Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. But those who go understand the Veda Anta, so the ultimate destination of the Vedas or ultimate teachings of the Vedas, what are they? They are only mainly three. Prabhupada is telling. What are the three factors that matter most in Vedanta? That is to establish the relationship, Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Sambandha means to establish a relationship of the living entity with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then the second one is how to perform the duties in devotional service. Okay, that is the prayojana, how you are performing the duties, devotional service. And then the third one is achieving the ultimate destination. What is that ultimate goal? Love of Godhead, going back home, back to Godhead. So those who understand the Vedas means those who understand the essence of Vedas, those they are called as Vedanta followers. Okay, Vedanta Vadis. Here the mentioned Sanskrit word Vedanta Vadis. Those who understand the Veda, those who understand the ultimate teachings of the Veda, those Vedanta followers. Okay. So how are they? They are very much impartial. He's telling impartial. We have learned in Bhagavad Gita 12 point, I think 13, 14, no? The qualities of a devotee. What are the qualities of a devotee? One is Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, Maitra Karuna Evacha, Nirmamo Nirahankara, Samadukha Sukhakshami, Santushta Satatam Yogi. Okay. So these are the qualities Bhagavan is telling that my pure devotees will have all these qualities. So those Vedantavadis, they are pure devotees of the Lord and they are having these qualities. Adveshta Sarvabhutaram, they are non-envious to any kind of living entity. They are friendly with everybody and they are equal to everybody. So they are, here it is mentioned that they are impartial. They do not distinguish between one person to another. They do not consider, oh, this boy is from a Shudra family, or he's from a Brahmana or a Kshatriya. No. So the teachers, the Vedanta followers, they are taking everybody as equal, and what are they doing when somebody comes to them? They are distributing the transcendental knowledge. Yes, Bhargavi Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Oh,
Sorry Mataji.
no, it's fine. Did you have to say something?
No Mataji. I
Oh,
wanted to read the next thing. Sorry
okay.
Mataji.
It's fine. So the Vedanta Vadis, they are because they are not inimical to everybody, because they are friendly to everybody. So they are into one job. What is their job? Distributing the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. Okay, so this jnana they are giving it to everybody, whether uneducated, educated, enemy, friend, to everybody. They are giving. See, we have one example in Mahabharata, right? Uh, Dronacharya. Although he knew that Drishtaketu was the enemy, he is going to kill. Still, Drishtadyumna, no? He still gave him education. So the teachers were like that, in that they do not differentiate between the students. Now here Vedantavadis, they do not differentiate between anybody. They are just giving the transcendental knowledge to everybody. Why they are giving? Because they understand the essence of life. What is the essence of life? That we should understand that we do not belong to this material world. We are not this body. We are the spirit soul. Where are we belonging to? Eternally to Golok Vrindavan, eternally with Krishna, with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if we have to go back there, we have to connect to the Lord. So how do we connect that? When we are given the knowledge. So these Vedantavadis are giving that knowledge to the people so that gradually they will progress. Depending upon their knowledge, they are giving the depending upon the buddhi of the student, then they are giving the knowledge so that they will progress slowly towards the path of transcendental realization. So the Vedantavadis, now this boy is Narada Muni. They are giving him initiation before even it is in general not given to small children, because they are not so well disciplined, but they have given here to Narada. Why? Because Narada is having the qualities. What is the quality Narada is telling? Although he was a boy, he is self-controlled. He has no attachment for sports. Even though he was a boy, he is not naughty, and he did not speak more than required. This is these are the qualities which are required for us to get initiated, and we need to develop these qualities. So Narada is having all these qualities as a boy. So the Vedantavadis initiated him. Where are we? So Prabhupada here is mentioning that in a Varnashrama dharma, in that means the beginning of the actual human life, small children, small boys, they are sent to Gurukul. Gurukul means the ashrama where Guru is staying, the house of Guru, and the students there, whoever are coming, whether they are the king's son or an ordinary citizen, everybody is equal over there. They are not being differentiated, and they are trained accordingly. Training is compulsory, Prabhupada is telling. Training was compulsory not only to become good citizens of the state, but also for the spiritual realization also. Their future life is what? Spiritual realization. A human being means to get to an understanding that we are not this body. So everybody who are going to the Gurukul, they are learning this. They are not having any irresponsible life. They are becoming responsible. Okay, they follow this Varnashrama system, Prabhupada is telling. Sense enjoyment will not be there among the common people, because they will be taught in such a way that they will not go towards sense enjoyment. So Prabhupada is telling that both the father and mother, both are responsible for the child's success. If the boy is being liberated from the material bondage, it is not only the guru, but the mother, father are also responsible, because they are the ones who are giving the foundation to the child. So Prabhupada is concluding here that even now, even we are taking initiation, so we need to develop these qualities. What is that? One has to become self-controlled, become disciplined, fully obedient. Whatever the guru is giving instructions, we have to fully follow it. Okay, so discipline is very much required. That is why Prabhupada always says that you should finish your chanting in Brahma Muhurta. That discipline is required. Otherwise, we will not be able to go back. Otherwise, we will not perfect in our sadhana. So that is very much required, and that Narada Muni has showed it by example. Yeah, very good. So let's go to the next one. Let me know who's reading that shloka.
Mataji,
Huh.
Bhargavi Mataji are present. Let her recite
Okay,
the sloka and translation. Mataji,
okay.
Meenakshi Mataji, are you in the class? Will you read Purport Mataji? Meenakshi Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Please, Mataji, Bhargavi Mataji, please continue, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Correct.
उच्छिष्टलेपान् अनुमोदितो द्विजैः सकृत् स्म भुञ्जे तत् अपास्तकिल्बिषः एवं प्रवृत्तस्य विशुद्धचेतसस् तद्धर्म एवात्म रुचिः प्रजायते. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Once only, by their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Just read the purport.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aradhya.
Pure devotion is as much infectious in a good sense as infectious diseases. A pure devotee is cleared from all kinds of sins. The personality of Godhead is the purest entity, and unless one is equally pure from the infection of material qualities, one cannot become a pure devotee of the Lord. The Bhakti Vedantas, as above mentioned, were pure devotees, and the boy became infected with their qualities of purity by their association and by eating once the remnants of the foodstuff taken by them. Such remnants may be taken even without permission of the pure devotees. There are sometimes pseudo-devotees pseudo-devotees, and one should be very much cautious about them. There are many things which hinder one from entering devotional service. But by the association of pure devotees, all these obstacles are removed. The neophyte devotees become practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee, which means attraction for the personality of Godhead's name, fame, qualities, pastimes, etc. Infection of the qualities of the pure devotee means to imbibe the taste of pure devotion, always in the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. This transcendental taste at once makes all material things distasteful. Therefore, a pure devotee is not at all attracted by material activities. After the elimination of all sins or obstacles on the path of devotional service, one can become attracted. One can have steadiness, one can have perfect taste, one can have transcendental emotions, and at last one can be situated on the plane of loving service of the Lord. All these stages develop by the association of pure devotees, and that is the purport of this stanza. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much. Go to the translation once again. So here Narad Muni is saying that once only by their permission I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus being engaged, I became purified in the heart, and at that time the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. So how many times he had prasad? Only once only. Okay. And that too with the permission of the sages. He's taking that Mahaprasad of the sages. He took that remnants of the food, and by so doing, what happened? By honoring the prasad that the sages honored, what happened? All the sins were eradicated at once. It didn't even take time. All sins were eradicated. And then what happened? He became engaged. His heart became purified, and then the same nature as that of the transcendentalist, means the sages, whatever nature was there, that also became very attractive to Narada Muni. So here he's telling so that desire was there to worship. Okay, so he was seeing as a child, he was seeing these Vedantists, the sages who came there, he was seeing at them. So he desired to go and listen to them. And that time that bhakti has started in his heart, you know. So, and when the bhakti starts, then all the sins are automatically gone. So Prabhupada, what he's mentioning in the purport is, it is very infectious. We usually talk about viral infection, bacterial infection, but here bhakti infection is talked about. What is this bhakti infection? That once somebody is doing bhakti, we just give a little bit, what do you call? We just get a little bit attracted also to that bhakti. Immediately, that infection, that bhakti will come to us also. And once bhakti comes, then it is not going to leave us easily. So Krishna is like that, you get once attracted to Krishna, he will not leave you. As much as you want to get rid of Krishna, Krishna says, I will not leave you. I am going to be with you only all the time. So Prabhupada says that that kind of infection, bhakti, is very, very infectious, pure bhakti. Okay. So pure devotee, what he does, he will clear off the sins. All kinds of sins are gone. How they are gone? Because the Lord is very, very pure. He can take away all our sins. So the Bhakti Vedantis, they are all pure devotees, and pure devotees are considered equal to the Lord. Okay, so that is why they can eradicate all our sins. They can help us to eradicate all our sins. So this boy, Narada, in his previous birth, he became attracted to these transcendentalists. He was sitting there and listening, not making any noise, seriously, sincerely listening there and serving them. And then he got this affection. And also he had this remnants, no? He had taken the remnants of the foodstuff that were taken by the sages. So immediately that infection came to him. So now Prabhupada is giving us a caution. Actually, you can also take remnants of pure devotees, but you should know who is pure and who is not pure. Who is a pseudo devotee, false devotee. Don't go and take their Uchishta, otherwise you will also become the same way. So we should not take anybody's Uchishta. We should be taking pure devotees Uchishta only. So Prabhupada is telling here that so many things are there, no, in this life that will hinder our devotional service. Today homework, tomorrow exam. I'm just talking because Aradhya has read the purport, so I'm just explaining it from her level of view that okay, exam is there, I have to study, or I have to play, or there's a birthday party. All these things are hindering our devotional service. We leave it, we don't pursue it after some time because we're just attracted to so many other things. Yeah. But when you are associated with the pure devotees, then all these obstacles are automatically they are gone. Okay, so even if he is a new devotee, then also he will become attracted to this pure devotee, and then he becomes attracted to the supreme personality of Godhead, whether it is name, fame, qualities, pastimes, etc. Everything are same, no? Nam and Nami are same. So he gets attracted to it. So yeah. So where are
Mataji,
we?
can I ask a question, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, they say that that these remnants can be eaten without permission, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes the Mataji say, no, you have to ask for permission, especially gurus, you have to ask for permission. So which is the right thing, Mataji?
Prabhupada has mentioned here, you may take, but see, we have to consider certain factors, you cannot give prasadam to each and everybody. If somebody is interested or, attracted to the guru, then you can take the guru's remnants. Okay, so there is
You don't have to ask him and then take, no? His
no,
remnant?
no. Any senior
Okay.
devotee can give us permission to have it.
Yeah. Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Okay. So the this taste of transcendence or taste of the Krishna Bhakti will take us away from all the material things, which are very much distasteful. Instead of saying distasteful, I can say that the taste for the material things are very, very temporary. It is not permanent. So we do not get attracted to those things. So same pure devotees are also like that. So all the elimination is happening here. What are the eliminations? The sins are getting eradicated, obstacles are gone, then you become steady, then you become get a perfect taste for it. Then you have these emotions, the bhava is developed. And then finally, the loving service of the Lord is generated. So do we have a similarity here? Do we know the 9 stages of bhakti? Anybody can say? What are the 9 stages of bhakti? I can't.
पादसेवनम् अर्चनं वन्दनं दास्यं सख्यम् आत्मनिवेदनम्.
No, Mataji. I'm asking about the stages.
Shraddha,
Adau
Raga,
Shraddha.
Prem, Adho Shraddha.
साधुसङ्ग
Sajana.
Nishtha, Bhajana Kriya.
Correct. Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, and then Prema. So,
Prema.
Prema, yes. So first, Narad Muni is having a little bit of Shraddha. That is why he is going to this transcendentalist and sitting there. Yeah, he got the sadhu sangha. He associated with them. In what way? By listening to whatever they are saying. And after that, he's doing bhajana kriya. When they have initiated him, he started his bhajana kriya. And slowly, when the bhajana kriya increases, then all the anarthas are gone. Then you come to a stage of anartha nivritti. When the anarthas, unwanted attachments are gone, anartha nivritti is happening, then what happens? Nishtha is developed. Nishtha means what? Steadiness, steadfastness. Then your mind is not going elsewhere. You are steady in your bhakti. And when Nishtha develops, what happens? It goes more and more, then Ruchi will come. The taste for the holy name will come. The taste for the attraction to the Lord will come. And after Ruchi, then Asakti. You are so much attached to Krishna that you do not want to get away from that. That kind of Asakti is developed. And when Asakti is done, then you get Bhava. The emotional, transcendental emotions are got. And after bhava, then that loving service to the Lord is developed. Prema is developed. Okay, so these are the 9 stages. So all these Narad Muni is telling based upon his experience. He has gone through all this. So he's giving through his experience. We should also understand it in a similar way. Try to follow in a similar way. Let's go to 1.5.26.
Padma Mataji, you please recite the sloka and then translation. Purport Jayanta Mahalakshmi Devi Dasi Mataji, please.
Prabhuji, I do the reading.
Okay, Mataji. Oh, Mataji, Jayanta Mahalakshmi Devi Dasi Mataji, please recite that Mataji. Sloka and then translation. Padma Mataji, read purport.
हरे कृष्ण. तत्र वहं कृष्ण कथा प्रगायतम् अनुग्रहेण शृणवं मनोहरः ता श्रद्धयामि नुपदं वृष्णवतः प्रियस्रवस्यङ्ग ममा भवात् रुचिः.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay. Anugrahena Shrunavan. Shrunavam means listening. Okay. Shrunavan. Ta Shraddhayame. When there is an, what do you call this? Apostrophe, what do you call this? Okay. Before any alphabet, then it is A. So this is me Anupadam. Not Nupadam, Anupadam. Okay. Vishrunvata. Right. Mataji, sorry, I'm just trying to correct you.
So,
Please do not
thank you
mind.
so much, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, okay, Mataji.
Go through the
Translation. You read.
translation.
Shall I read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, please.
Okay. O Vyasadeva, in that association and by the mercy of those great Vedantists, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Lord Krishna. And thus, listening attentively, my taste for hearing of the personality of Godhead increased at every step.
Hare Krishna. Perfect.
Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is attractive not only in his personal features, but also in his transcendental activities. It is so because the absolute is absolute by his name, fame, form, pastimes, entourage, paraphernalia, etc. The Lord descends on this
Word.
the Lord descends on this material world out of his causeless mercy and displays his various transcendental pastimes as a human being, so that human beings attracted towards him become able to go back to Godhead. Men are naturally apt to hear his stories and narrations of various personalities performing mundane activities without knowing that by such association one simply wastes valuable time and also becomes addicted to the three qualities of mundane nature. Instead of wasting time, one can get spiritual success by turning his attention to the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. By hearing the narrations of the pastimes of the Lord, one contacts directly the personality of Godhead, and as explained before, by hearing about the personality of Godhead from within, all accumulated sins of the mundane creatures are also cleared. Thus, being cleared of all sins, the bearer gradually becomes liberated from mundane association and becomes attracted to the feature of the Lord. Narada Muni has just explained this by his personal experience. The whole idea is that simply by hearing about the Lord's pastimes, one can become one of the associates of the Lord. Narada Muni has eternal life, unlimited knowledge, and unfathomed bliss, and he can travel all over the material and spiritual worlds without restriction. One can attain to the highest perfections of life simply by attentive hearing of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord from the right sources, as Sri Narada heard them from the pure devotees, Bhakti Vedantas, in his previous life. This process of hearing in the association of the devotees is specially recommended in this age of moral Kali. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Mataji. Thank you. So let's read the translation once again, and it is telling that, O Vyasadeva, in that association and by the mercy of great Vedantis, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Lord Krishna, and thus, listening attentively, my taste for hearing of the personality of Godhead increased at every step. So in the last shloka, he was talking that I associated with them, I took prasad with them. So what does association mean? That Narada is telling here. What does association mean? He is attentively listening to them. Okay. And what are they talking about? They are not talking about mundane activities. They are talking about the activities of the Lord. We have in Bhagavad Gita, what does the Lord say? Janma karma chame divyam evam yo tyaktva deham punarjanmana iti mameti sarchana. Krishna is telling those who understand the transcendental activities and the birth of Krishna, okay, then he will not take birth again in this material world. Instead, what he will do, he will come back to me, he's telling. Krishna is telling this. So the Vedantis know this, so that's why they are all the time thinking about the glorious activities of Lord, and they are discussing also the same thing. So now Narada is listening to this same activities of the Lord, which the Vedantas are describing. So Prabhupada is telling here that generally what general population are doing, they are very much interested to learn about stories, what is happening in somebody's house, why they are fighting, or why they have taken a car, or why in this movie, what has happened. What we are so much interested in listening to stories of various personalities, okay, which is just waste of time. Shrama eva hi kevalam. This is just waste of time. We don't get anything out of that. Okay, but the same listening, same inquisitiveness, if we have towards Krishna and his devotees, then definitely it is going to give us lot of benefit. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. If we are daily listening to this Bhagavatam or daily listening to the pastimes of the Lord, then what happens? Abhadra is gone. Abhadra is destroyed. Again in 1.2.17, Krishna is telling Shrunvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hrudayantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti suhrutsatam. Shrunvatam means listening. Shrunvatam, so many times Bhagavad Gita, this word has come for us. Just by listening to Krishna's pastimes, with these pastimes are how? These are very divine, punya, transcendental. They are very auspicious. Punya, Shravana, and Kirtana also. Not only listening, you tell also to somebody else. Immediately, what is happening? Hrudayantasto. Hrudaya means in the heart, inside the heart. All that is abhadra, all those sinful reactions, they are all eradicated. Abhadrani. How? Vidhunoti. They are all cleansed. Dhunoti is a word, in Hindi. Dhona, they will call, to wash away, right? So vidhunoti suhrutsatam, that Krishna himself who is sitting in the heart, he will cleanse our heart when we are listening, when we are chanting his glories. Okay, so that way, all the all sins are eradicated, and one comes to a platform of liberation. He will gradually become elevated to that form of liberation, which is the highest perfection of life. You get, and what is the highest perfection? Prema, right? We read in the previous shloka. So we will move towards that prema. We become attracted towards the features of the Lord. So Narada Muni is not simply saying it. He has gone through it is his experience. Through his experience, he's telling us, don't waste your time. Just go listen to the pastimes of the Lord. All the sins are eradicated, and you will become liberated person. Liberated from what? From this mundane association. Prabhupada is telling, from the mundane association you will get liberated, and immediately you will get attracted to the personality of Godhead, whose name, form, activities, everything is transcendental, and everything are equal, right? So just like Narada is hearing from pure devotees, we should also hear from the pure devotees. We should also try. Okay. So the best process, Prabhupada is telling, because we are in Kali Yuga, best process for us is what? Hearing. Hearing in the association of devotees. Because this is age of quarrel. Age of quarrel. So instead of having manda buddhi, manda bhagya, always upadruta, we are, yeah, mandaputi means less intelligent people, we are, and all upadruta, very unsteady. So what we have to do, best process for us is listening to the Krishna Katha, and that will increase our asakti. We will reach to the stage of bhava just by listening process. So that is very, very important. Let's go to the next shloka,
Hare Krishna.
1.5.27. Yes.
Divya Mataji. Divya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, please recite the shloka and then translation, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. तस्मिंस्तथा लब्धा रुचेर महामते प्रियास्रवसि अस्खलिता मातिर्मम ययाहम् एतत् सत् आसत् स्वमया पास्ये मयि ब्रह्मणि कल्पितं परे. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O great sage, as soon as I got a taste of the personality of Godhead, my attention to hear of the Lord was unflinching. And as my taste developed, I could realize that it was only in my ignorance that I had accepted
gross and subtle coverings for both the Lord and I are transcendental. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Rakesh Krishnappa Mataji. Rakesh Krishnappa. Rakesh Krishnappa. Hello, Hare Krishna. Rakesh Krishnappa. Bhargavi. Bhargavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Have you read Mataji today? No?
Yes,
She
yes,
has.
Prabhuji.
You have read Mataji?
Yes, already done, Prabhuji.
Then who has left Mataji?
Give
Mahalakshmi
Kusum
Masi.
I'll read Prabhu.
Please, anyone can please continue Mataji.
Ignorance in material, purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ignorance in material existence is compared to darkness, and in all Vedic literatures, the personality of Godhead is compared to the sun. Wherever there is light, there cannot be darkness. Hearing of Lord's pastime, it is itself transcendental association with the Lord, because there is no difference between the Lord and his transcendental pastimes. To become associated with the supreme light is to dissipate all ignorance. By ignorance only, the conditioned soul wrongly thinks that both he and the Lord are products of material nature, but in fact, the personality of Godhead and the living beings are transcendental, and they have nothing to do with the material nature. When ignorance is removed and it is perfectly realized that there is nothing existing without the personality of Godhead, then science is removed. Since the gross and the subtle bodies are emanations from the personality of Godhead, the knowledge of light permits one to engage both of them in the service of the Lord. The gross bodies should be engaged in acts of rendering service to the Lord, as in bringing water, cleansing the temple, or making waste census, etc. The path of Archana and or worship the Lord in the temple involves engaging one's gross body in the service of the Lord. Similarly, the subtle mind should be engaged in hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, thinking about them, chanting his name. All such activities are transcendental. None of the gross or subtle senses should otherwise be engaged. Such realization of transcendental activities is made possible by many years of apprenticeship in the devotional service, but simply attraction of love for the personality of Godhead is, as it was developed in Narada Muni, by hearing is highly effective.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you. So read the translation once again. O great sage, as soon as I got the taste of personality of Godhead, my attention to fear of the Lord was unflinching. And as my taste developed, I could realize that it was only my ignorance and that I had accepted gross and subtle coverings for both the Lord and I are transcendental.
Subtle gross.
Okay. So there is one shloka in Bhagavatam 2.2.37. Pibanti Tatra. I forgot the shloka name. And so, but the whole meaning of that shloka is those who drink. How drinking through oral receptions, through your ears, all the messages of the Lord Krishna or his devotees, they are purified. The polluted aim of life is gone, is destroyed. Polluted aim of life is what? Material enjoyment. That material enjoyment is destroyed. And what will happen? They will go back home, back to Godhead, to the lotus feet of the Lord. Same thing here also is happening to Narada. He's talking about ignorance. What is the ignorance? In my ignorance is telling. Why should Narada be ignorant? So he's ignorant about his body, the concept. Ignorance, we are all under ignorance only, no? Om Ajnana Timirandasya, we recite, right, everybody? We are in the darkest kind of ignorance. What is that ignorance? I think that I am this body, I am Indian, I am female, I have this house, I have this. That is an ignorance. So that ignorance is removed Okay, that ignorance, which is in the form of gross and subtle body, uh, that is removed, he's telling. So wherever that ignorance is only making us think that both us and the Supreme Lord are like products of material nature. The Mayavadis just think, right? The Lord is also same like us. Oh, he also took birth, he also died. Like, so that is ignorance. We are thinking that both us and the Lord are material. It is they are not material. They are all transcendental. Lord is transcendental. Okay. So this ignorance, this darkness is removed. How the darkness can grow in the house is when you switch on the light. Same way, this Vedas, Vedanta is a light. Krishna is compared to light. So whenever there is light, there is no darkness. Whenever somebody reads the scriptures, understands them, then because you are reading the scriptures, personality of Godhead is with you, and then there is no darkness. Because Vedas are compared to sun. Prabhupada is mentioning here. Vedic literature's personality of Godhead is compared to the sun. So when you associate with the Lord, when you are understanding, when you are associating with the devotees of the Lord or the Lord, what is happening? The ignorance is gone. There is light. Knowledge brings light to our life. So it dissipates all the ignorance. Then, wherever there is light, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned as Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakar. Jahan Krishna Taha Nahi Mayara Andhakar Adhikar. So wherever there is Krishna, because Krishna is Surya Sama, Krishna is the sun, so there Maya will not come. Okay, Maya is only the covering for us. No? Maya is because of Maya only we are into ignorance. So Maya Haya Andhakar, Maya is like Andhakar, ignorance. So wherever there is Krishna, Jaha Krishna, Taha nahi, there is no work of Maya there. Maya cannot dominate over there because Krishna is there. So we have to become associated with the Supreme Light, with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then our ignorance is gone. So when ignorance is gone, then we are realized, we are perfectly realized that there is nothing beyond the personality of God. There's nothing, there's no truth. He is the absolute truth. Everything else is false. Everything else is mithya. So when we understand this, what we are supposed to do, two bodies, no, we are having. One is gross and one is subtle. So these two bodies have to be engaged in the service of the Lord. Otherwise, we are still in the ignorance. So how do we do that? Gross body means, you know, the Sthula Sharira. Sthula Sharira, how you can do? By rendering service in the temple. Clean the temple, bring water, make garlands, make bhoga, offer obeisances. So many ways, so many things we are doing devotional service. You can engage this Sthula Sharira, this body, into the services of the Lord. Do worshipping also is another service. Prabhupada is mentioning Archana, worshipping of the Lord in the temple also can be done also. So then how about the Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, how you are doing? So Sukshma Sharira can also be engaged by listening, by hearing, by remembering, reminiscing whatever you have heard. You try to remember to Smaranam and Mananam you need to do. Remember also and all contemplate on that what you have heard. Think about the Lord and his chanting his holy name, all these, you can engage your subtle body into that. So if you are not engaging into that, then you are again carried on towards the andhakara only, to the Maya only. You are getting entangled by Maya only. So when you are engaging both your subtle and gross body into the transcendental activities, um, uh, which is Prabhupada is telling, which is possible after many, many years. Bahunam janmanamante. Jnanavan mam prapati. After many, many births, somebody will understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like that. After many, many births only, that attraction will be developing for us towards devotional service and then the love of God. But if you want, love of God, it can be simply, you can get it by how? By just listening to the spiritual master, listening to the transcendentalist, listening to the sages, listening to the acharyas, just listening humbly. That will also develop attraction towards the personality of God. And it is very highly effective because we have a example. Always when we are asked to do something new, we immediately ask somebody, did somebody did before? Has somebody done it before? Then I will do. Otherwise, I'll not. We just have that inhibition to do it before, right? So like that, now we know, okay, somebody has done it and this is a perfect way to do it. Narada Muni has done it, so we can also do it. So Narada is telling this is, I personally went through it, so I know, you please follow it, he's saying. Right? So today we have heard, I'm just going to stop the share. So just to conclude, okay, what are the qualities we need to imbibe to become a good devotee, to get that prema stage? What are the qualities we should have? Like Narada, we should be self-controlled, disciplined. We should not be attached to any sports, and nobody should be naughty or not speak more than that is required. We should get all those qualities which we are read in Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. So Prabhupada is telling self-discipline is very, very essential quality for a sadhaka. We are all sadhakas, no? We are still doing sadhana. On the sadhana stage only we are. So it is very much required. Discipline, self-discipline is very much required. Next, we need to get attached to the saintly person. And how to get attached? By faith. This is the foremost factor. What you need to serve, and you should have faith in the Guru. You should have faith in the saintly person. Okay. So Narada also, he served, right? He served associated with those transcendentalists, and he served them very sincerely and attentively. He is hearing the glories from them of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we should also imbibe these qualities. Then next one, what we thought, faithfully we are following the instructions of the pure devotees. Faithfully you should follow. So even though if it is difficult for us, we should not leave it. Or today my head is aching, or today my body is aching. Let me just take a break for today. No, we should follow. Whether if it is a difficult moment also, we should sincerely follow and faithfully do our chanting. Faithfully read Bhagavatam one shloka a day, Bhagavad Gita one shloka a day, minimum that we should be sincerely, faithfully trying to do this. Okay. So these are the three, four things that we learned in these 4 shlokas today from Narada Muni. Okay. So, Hare Krishna. Does anybody have any questions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, questions? There were no questions at all. Yes, because your kind self has explained everything very well. So the thing is, we have to adapt in our regular life. So we have to take wow to just on this moment only. We must be adhere to what your kind self has told. It is to be implemented in our life. Then definitely we will. So Mataji, by hearing the classes and all these things, so to the qualities were we can able to identify within ourselves now alone, Mataji. So yes, because regularly we were so many changes were takes place in our lives. So only because of this attachment, Mataji, I do agree. Thank you, Mataji, to make
Mataji,
us
I
again and again
one
be in the Krishna
small question,
consciousness.
Prabhuji. One
Please,
small
Mataji,
question.
please.
Yes, Padma
Yeah,
Mataji.
Mataji. Sambandha, you said how to establish our relationship with Krishna, right?
Hmm.
The Sambandha. Abhidaya, they perform relative duties.
Sambandha,
That can
Sambandha,
Abhidaya. Yeah, Sambandha.
Sa-
No, Sambandha
Sambandha
is
means
how to
under.
establish a relationship, right? Then what is Abhidaya?
Mataji, Sambandha means it's a jnana, that knowledge. What is the relation with the Lord? I should be knowing that. That is a Sambandha. When you
Okay.
understand the relation between the Lord and yourself, then you go to the next stage, Abhideya. So if I have developed, I know, then what I'm supposed to do? Some service I have to do. Then
Okay.
Prayojana means what is the result of my service?
Yeah, goal. Yeah, that I know.
Goal. Yes.
Yeah. But then Sambandha, how do you establish Sambandha, Mataji? What time, when does this come?
When does Sambandha comes? When you get the knowledge about yourself. When you get the knowledge that you are not this body and you are the spirit soul, you are the eternal servitor of the Lord, that is the Sambandha.
Okay, not that your connection. What is your connection with Krishna? That
So
when
all of us are in the Sambandha Jnana only. No? We all know right now here that we are eternal servants of the Lord. So we know the Sambandha. We need to do Abhidaya now. Do the
Abhidaya.
service, devotional service. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay.
Sambandha is still very weak for us. You have to make it very strong.
Yeah.
By hearing, by doing service, it will become stronger day by day.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji, for the wonderful explanation.
So, Hare Krishna, shall we end the class here? Oh no, we have to do Damodara Aarti, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody a good singer, or we will ask our, young Aradhya to sing?
Please, Mataji.
Aradhya is there?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can you sing today?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, do you need that in lyrics or you know it already?
I know, Mataji.
Okay, please sing.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namamishwaram Satchidananda-rupam Lasat-kundalam Kukutrajamanam Yashoda-bhiyolokaladhavamanam Paramrishtamatyanto-todritakopya Rudantam muhurnetrayugmam rijantam कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पत्रिरेखाककण्ठ स्थितग्रैवदामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इत्येन्द्रेक्ष्वभिरनन्दकुण्डे स्वकोशं निमज्जन्तमख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषितग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितात्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सदा वृत्तिवन्दे वरां देवमोक्षां पतिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीहा इदं देव पूर्णाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्य विरष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलै वृतां कुण्ठलैः स्निग्धा रक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरां मे मनस्या विरष्टमलं लक्ष्यलाभे नमो देवो दामोदर विष्णु प्रसिद्ध प्रभु दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदीनं वदानु आनेशमग्नमिदक्षितृष्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमृत्यैव यद्वत् वयामोचितौ भजावृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकमे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे स्थितमोदरेह नमस्ते स्तुताम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण माताजी
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, one
let's-
second, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Any Matajis, you please come forward to recite sloka number 1.1.1, 2 and 3 on Monday. Who will recite, Mataji? You please prepare for that. Hare Krishna. Archana Mataji, is it possible for you to recite 1.1.1, 2 and 3 on Monday?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. I shall
Please
do it.
ready, Mataji. Please, huh? So I don't ask
Thank
again.
you, Mataji.
Mataji will ask you to who is ready for that. Please, Mataji, on Monday you please recite the 3 slokas. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna, everybody. Let us end here. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Namo
namo
Namaha.
Ananta
Ananta
Koti
Koti
Vaishnava
Vaishnava
ki
ki jai. Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Jai. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Namaste.
Mataji. Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Mataji.
everybody. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.